Hello guys, welcome back, and today I'll be doing a deck profile on the Floowandereeze. I really like the Floowandereeze, and I think it'll be really good in this format, especially because of all the special summoning, and there's a really good card here, and I think, here, okay, let me show you. So first, triple Rabina, triple Eaglin. Rabina, search for 1 level 4 Lord Wing Beast. Usually you'll search either for like the Toucan or Stree or Eaglin usually. And then Eaglin will search a level 10 or lower just Wing Beast from the deck. And then you usually search the Empen. Double Toucan, double Stree. I don't see a lot of people play. Usually they play one of the Toucan and one of the Stree. But I play the double Stree and double Toucan mostly because we have the map and the advent. And it's not that bad to draw, especially if you have the advent and Rabina. Or if you have like one small bird like the Stree or Toucan and a Rabina. Because then you could definitely follow up, and you could probably, depending on what the hand you have, probably go for a double Empen. So it's really good, and you always want to see the bird in hand, especially with all the maps and the advent, and especially because even if the worst hand you have is like Harpy Featherstorm and Toucan, you can almost summon Toucan, set the Harpy Featherstorm, and then that's like probably gonna end their turn. Yeah. So double Empen, 1 Riser, 1 Apex. Empen, you search it with Eaglin, or if you already have in hand, then you could probably search another Empen, Eaglin, or Riser, or Apex. So Empen lets you add 1 Flunder spell trap from deck to hand. Usually for the 1 card combo of Rabina, you would go search the Dreaming, or sometimes the Scarcity, but it'll be later. But so with the Empen, he's really good because you can go double Empen on the same turn with the 1 card combo, or you could like do Riser, return 1 Empen to hand, and then if you have the Unexplored, just keep on tributing off of their field. It's really good. Triple Shifter. I was testing with the Shifter, and I see that it usually will end their turn, especially if you're going, well, it won't, well, it depends on like how they play with against like the Synchron deck and the ABC decks, especially ABC Synchron, a lot of those, and especially with the Despia. Pretty sure this will see this hurt them pretty badly. Double Perfection in the package. So the Seamorph of Perfection, basically this is like chain block with Rabina. So you would like normal summon the Rabina, use a Perfection effect to reveal a normal summon when you normal summon Wing Beast. So normal summon Rabina, chain Perfection to reveal, and normal summon Rabina will search 1 from the deck, once you add Eaglin, normal summon Eaglin, as an attempt to use effect, you go Perfection effect to send 1 Seamorph monster, which would be the other Perfection, to the grave, as an add in 1 Seamorph spell trap from deck to hand. And it's really good because the field spell, basically you contribute for 1 less, and all Wing Beasts get 300, which is really good, and especially for Ryza will become like 31. And the second effect is like you can like there's if you have Perfection and Empen in hand, the field spell lets you tribute for 1 less, and you can target 1 wing beast, and you can normal summon 1 more time. And he is a dark, but he's also a win while on the field. So if you have him in hand, normal summon the Perfection, and if you have Empen in hand, you can use Perfection, send the other Perfection to add the field spell, affect the field spell to target to normal summon the Empen right off of the Perfection, which is pretty good. Yeah. So now we have the triple map, are pretty standard. So you could do like 2 cannon map, and that's almost double. That's like almost the same board as double Empen, because with the double Empen you would have the map and Dreaming set, but with just the map and like a small bird or probably 2 can, then you can do for 3 extra. Prosperity is also really good because you could start with extract to draw 2, and then duality, and then prosperity, and then you search 9 cards and you get a plus, at least a plus, like what, a lot. So the extract is really good, and if I have the 3rd prosperity, I probably will take out 1 extract. Also interferes with the prosperity with searching the extra deck, so yeah, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, especially for the consistency. A lot of people don't like the extra, but it's still like really good. Now 1 unexplored and 1 fourth map. Fourth map, pretty simple. And the unexplored wins. I put 1 in my side deck too, just because like if you go second, there's like you could tribute the entire board. So you could like do double M pen for 2 of their Ryza, as in if you could do Apex to negate one of your own cards to go Apex back to your hand, and then tribute 1 more time on top for Apex again. So really good. Almost get a clear. One for one or e-telly, because then it's like some weird ruling about inherit something or not. Dreaming Town is really good. Some people play 2 Dreaming Town, and I think that's really good. But I play 1 because I play the Scary Sea. And the Dreaming Town, it's really good because if you have it in hand, you can search for the Scary Sea or the Unexplored. As in the Dreaming Town himself just lets you normal summon your opponent turn and book them. Yeah, some people play Snarl to get, and Snarl basically has the same effect as the Dreaming Town, but a little bit less because Dreaming Town books all of them, and Snarl will just do the special summon. But they're both really good. Double Happy Featherstorm, definitely would play 3, take out 1 shifter, but I think Harpy Featherstorm is really good. Basically, it just the effect is to end your opponent turn. Basically, that's how good it is. It negates any monster effects opponent activates. Almost probably the best card in the deck. For the extra deck, not that important, but if you have double M-Pen, you could XE for the Gustav Max and then overlay right for the Juggernaut. 6,000 monster can attack up to at least 3 times. Yeah, Zeus, obviously. And then you would go, so these are all like the smaller birds. So if you have 2 birds on field and have Zombie World or something on field, you could go for on top for, you could XC 2 of them for XC the 2 like level 1 Robina or something and Eaglin on top for the Thrush, so that you can shuffle back the Zombie World or like any floodgates onto the deck. Really good. So all 3 of them have different effects. And you go, so you go XC on top like 2 small birds until, let's say you go for Thrush, and then use XC on top for Downerd Magician, and then that way you'd go straight attack or something and then go to Zeus, and then Zeus clear the field at least 2 times. If not, he can get more material. 1 time Thief Redoer, just cause if you have double perfection in hand, then it's not that bad because you can normal summon, and then go straight normal summon perfection, as in normal summon perfection, as in you could go. I usually would have Baguska, but I think he's a little bit better, just cause like if I go against something like Ultra guys who like can link summon very easily, then it's easy to like know like and see what they're to do, because he's a little bit more generic, but Baguska definitely a lot better. So for the side deck, triple Ash, definitely for Labyrinth and other, just really good in general. Especially if I go against Cashier and I don't need the shifter. Saturday for Ash. Dark Sea Morph also for Labyrinth or Ultra Geist. Or Elich. Double Evenly, definitely for Cashier. Macro, just if I go first, I beat him. Triple Rivalry. This deck kind of loses to there can only be 1. So if they have Rivalry, if I have Rivalry and they have there can only be 1, they probably can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. 1 unexplored, definitely for going second, clear the entire field, and have draw power 2. Happy Fez Duster. Triple Super. So Super probably really good. So if I remember I went against Despia one time, and then just activate Super Poly, clear the entire field, go to Triovertum, and then basically this deck kind of turns into like a, it's really good, and this deck is very like it's almost a combo deck now, because like all of the new advent combos and everything. But Super Poly really good in the side, and definitely really good. I don't put the called by because we already have Shifter, and if they play something like Ash, the Flunder is probably the best thing about the Flunder is the chain blocking. So if you can't chain block in the Flunder, you're probably doing something wrong. So it's probably the best thing in deck, and that's the whole deck profile. And I go into the combos now. Hey, I'll go into the combos now. So the first combo, just one card combo, Rabina. If you don't already know, it's simple. Rabina, Eaglin, and Pin Dreaming. So normal summon Rabina, effect of Rabina. Then Rabina effect will add the Eaglin to hand. Then you're gonna go ahead and normal summon the Rabina, because the effect after immediately each effect resolves, you can normal summon. Eaglin effect to add one level level 10 or lower wing beast from deck to hand. I'll add the M-Pin. Then I can normal summon the M-Pin by tributing these two. All of them have, all the smaller birds like the Rabina, Stree, Eaglin, or Toucan, they all get banished when they leave the field, so it overrides like evenly. Definitely for cash tier. Normal summon Eaglin. You could go chain 1 M-Pin, chain 2 Eaglin or Rabina. One person at the locals told me that it was better to get both of them to hand, and I really agree with that. But especially with the dreaming, then you can chain block. So if you have one bird, you don't need two in hand. You don't get hand advantage. No one's giving you extra points for that. So you really need one bird in hand. Either way works really. But the main thing you want is Eaglin to be like safe. So I'm gonna add the Eaglin to hand as chain 2 for M-Pin. As an M-Pin ability, it's gonna add either the Dreaming Town or a Scary Sea. It depends on what you have in the hand. If you have map, then I'll do the Scary Sea first, so that if they stop you for the second M-Pin, then you could just activate Scary Sea and end their turn. So you add the Dreaming Town, Eaglin's in hand. Then you add the Dreaming Town off M-Pin, set it. Their turn still don't look like much, but during the main phase, I learned this too at the local, so that one person so it's really weird how I thought this, but I thought if I activate Dreaming Town, normal summon, blah blah, double M-Pin, this is engrave. And then after like a few minutes later, I use Dreaming Town effect to banish, to book them. I can't do that. I didn't even know this until like recently, but I can't book them with Dreaming Town effect like later. I have to do it immediately when I normal summon a winged beast, tribute, winged beast monster. I didn't even know that until like recently. But on their turn, you would activate Dreaming Town, normal summon Eaglin or Rabina, chain whatever is banished to add to your hand. And then Eaglin, usually you want to add the Ryza, but sometimes I like to do for the Apex or double M-Pin. But for this, I'll just go for the Ryza. So you add Ryza to hand off of Eaglin. You're going to normal summon Rabina. Effective Rabina, chain Dreaming, Lord. Sorry, a little bit tired. Then you're going to use Rabina. Add the Toucan or Perfection in hand. Whatever you want, really. Toucan will add it back. Normal summon. Same thing. Chain with Rabina, because you already did Eaglin. Oh, well, you can do either way, but it doesn't really matter. You do Ryza, as in go Dreaming to book them. As in Ryza, return himself to hand. One card on their field to the top of the deck, and one card in the grave to the top deck. One person in locals showed me that it's really good to do Ryza, the Ryza loop, because you can control what they draw, and it's really good because you not only Harpy Feather Storm them, but you also control what they draw. So if they activate something like I don't know what's really like not good to draw, but if they have something like Nib, yeah, that's good. Because this deck don't summon too much, but if they have, you can return Nib to the top of their deck. Keep on drawing Nib, and then it's not helping them. Yeah. So combo number 2. So for combo number 2, you're gonna need Rabina and Eaglin. This one's also really good because it gets you double M-Pin, map, and dreaming. So or Scary Sea, but I'll show you later and my reasonings. So first you're gonna want to do is normal summon the Rabina, effective Rabina So you don't need to add the Eaglin this time because you already have him in hand. So what you can do, if I can find him, you can add the Toucan to hand. Then you're gonna normal summon Eaglin, effective Eaglin to add next to your hand the M pin. So it's almost the same thing as last time except you add the map. Normal summon, chain 1, chain 2. You can chain 3 to add all of them. You can, but you don't have to, but I like to. Then you're gonna go ahead and activate with M pin ability to add the map. So M pin will add the map. You don't activate the map. Well, you don't activate it yet, sorry. And then M pin will resolve to normal summon. So you're gonna normal summon one of the birds that you try to use, Eaglin or Rabina, either way works. I'll normal summon the Eaglin, either way is okay. Activate the map. Then you're gonna go and use effective map to reveal the Toucan by banishing the M pin. You banish the M pin. Then you're gonna summon the Toucan, effective Toucan to add the M pin from the banish pile. That's his ability. Street banish one from the grave, from either player grave. Now summon the M pin. M pin is not once per turn. You could do Riser, return him, attribute again. Then you could have 3 M pins effects in one turn, or 3 M pins on field. Either way, depends on what you want to build. M pin chain 1, chain 2, Toucan. Add the Toucan. M pin will now add you the Scary Sea or the Dreaming. For this one, I usually add the Scary Sea because you have 3 other cards in hand. Probability is you probably draw 1 pot, searched out one of the cards to be able to do the 2-card combo. Or you have Harpy Featherstorm or Unexplored Winds. I usually do that, have that sometimes. Sometimes I draw a Big Bird. Either way is okay. But I do the Scary Sea because since I have both of them, since I can choose one of them. If I do the Dreaming Town, I can normal summon, probably get the Rise or Apex, and then normal summon them again with the map. But if I do the Scary Sea, if I go against something like Kashtira, as in they just special summon Kashtira Fenrir, then I can Scary Sea them, as in now they're forced to normal summon, because some decks might try to get rid, so they try to avoid normal summoning so they don't run into the map. But if I do the Scary Sea, then they're forced to normal summon and I negate special summon. And this is basically a mini barrier statue. The Dreaming Town is also really good. You can do double Ryza and book them in the same turn. Since you have double Empen, it's also really good to have probably Apex to support it even more. But either way works. And because you have a lot of you have 3 birds in rotation, so Rabina can get the 4th bird tree, and then you're basically really good from there. So moving on to the next combo. Okay, so for the 3rd combo, or whatever combo, you're gonna need either the map in Toucan or the map in Rabina. Each one of them works, and you can't do it with Stree unless you used a pot this turn, or a card engraved like D-Shifter or something that you can banish and use Stree effect. But if you have map in Rabina or Toucan, either of them works. I'll show you the Toucan first. So you're gonna activate map, effective map to reveal the Toucan. You're gonna go and banish the Rabina with map, normal summon Toucan. Toucan will add the Rabina. Then you're gonna normal summon the Rabina for Toucan. Rabina will add the Eaglin. Then normal summon Eaglin, M-Pin. Now what you're gonna do here is you can do either way, it doesn't matter, but either of them works. M-Pin, chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. So you're gonna add all of them back, both the Rabina Eaglin from the banish, just because you're gonna need 2 of them. And then M-Pin will go chain 1 to add the advent. Then M-Pin will normal summon. It's like the other combo before, you can normal summon either of them. You just want 1 bird on field. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna activate advent to banish the Rabina to add the M-Pin to hand. And you did all this just with the map, so you can just normal summon M-Pin just with these 2. And then you go chain 1, chain 2, toucan, because you used both of them already. And then M-Pen, again, Dreaming Town or Scary Sea. I'll just add the Dreaming Town for this one. You can add the Scary Sea if you want. So this one is like really good. It's like double M-Pen, and yeah. So you have 3 birds in rotation, 4 if you normal summon Rabina, Dreaming to normal and get all the bird backs and map. If you do Scary Sea, force them to normal summon with Scary Sea. So it's really good. And moving on to combo number something. So the other variant of this one is just activate map, reveal Rabina. Ooh, I don't know if you can even do this one. Actually, you're just gonna normal summon Rabina. Don't use the map, and then Rabina will add the Eaglin. Then you're gonna normal summon Eaglin, add M-Pen, and then you're gonna do these 2 M-Pen, chain 3 if you want. Do these for, and then basically like the other one at the Advent. M-Pen will normal summon one that you already used. Advent will banish an Eaglin, and then it will add the Takan, if I can find him. One Takan. Then you're gonna normal, I don't know if it's Toucan or Takan, either one. I like the Toucan because I use it a lot anyways. You're gonna use map effect to reveal the Toucan by banishing the let me check. Banish the M-Pen, normal summon Toucan, add the M-Pen, normal summon. M-Pen will chain 1 and chain 2 Toucan. M-Pen will add either the Dreaming Town or the Scary Sea. I'll add the Scary Sea for this one. Now it's basically the same thing, 3 birds in rotation, double M-Pen, and Scary Sea or Dreaming and map on field. So these are pretty simple combos. All of them really like kind of just are pretty similar, and there's a little bit more complex ones, but I'll show them a little bit later. Yeah. So for the next one, so for this combo, you need the Advent in Rabina. I think it might. I don't think it would work with Advent and Rabina. It only works with the Rabina and Advent. So what you're gonna do is normal summon Rabina. Basically, you just go for the bread and butter combo. Eaglin, M-Pen, these 2, chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. Then M-Pen will add the map to hand. Then you're gonna go normal summon one of the birds you already used. Activate Advent, banish the other one in your hand. Add the Takan. Activate map, and map effect to reveal the Toucan by banishing if I can find it, M-Pen. Normal summon Toucan, add the M-Pen. Do these 2, chain Toucan. Then it's in the grave. You gain 500 with the Advent. Then Scary Sea is Dreaming. So there's a lot of new combos with the Advent and the Advent and the new 2-card combos. Really good. Get double M-Pen pretty easily. And if you have double M-Pen, and then they kind of just like negate M-Pen, and you just have 2 of them on field for no reason, then you could go into the Super Dreadnoid, the double M-Pen overlay for the, I forgot, the rail cannon, and then go to the lead, but there's a lot more things you can do. And now we're going to go into the test hands, and then now I just have to power shuffle. So I put Super Poly in my side deck because this deck has a lot of hand advantage, and there's one time where I full comboed my opponent and had almost 9 or 11 cards in hand. That was probably because I remember he asked me how many cards are in hand, and then I have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he's just yeah, I remember that. So after we power shuffle, then we're gonna riffle, cut, Then I'm gonna do test hand right now. 2, 8. So this is already full combo. Yeah, so this is probably one of the best hands ever. Better if we have... Oh my god, y'all would not believe what just happened. Someone just like ran up to my doorbell and then just rang, as in no one was there. Anyways, so this hand is really good, even better with Harpy Featherstorm, but basically we can go double end pin with this hand. Yeah. Duality. So draw face, standby, main, then go duality. Oh my god. Okay, yep. Add the Harpy Featherstorm. If they know that you are if like this is like you're going first, then you add the, well, you're already going first, but probably add the Harpy Featherstorm. But if you know they play hand traps, then with the hand, honestly, I don't think you have to worry too much about the hand trap, especially like for Ash. If you have Droll, if they have Droll, then that's probably even better. Because Harpy Featherstorm, you normal summon Eaglin, add the end pin, chain advent, and then they Droll you. Then this Harpy Featherstorm is really good. Because then on their turn, if you just have the Eaglin, you can just flip some of the Harpy Featherstorm, and then end their turn. Normal summon, like, depends on what you draw. But this is honestly really good because you have Rabina, which you get you off of Advent. So, yeah. So, you're going to add, for me, I would add the Harpy Featherstorm if I'm going first. If I'm going second, I would have 6 cards in hand right now. So, right now, this is probably one of the best hands. You could do double M-Pin and have Ryza in hand. Or if you want to get Apex. But, wow, it's really good. So, you're gonna normal summon the, let's see, there's a lot we can do here. We have 4 birds in rotation right now. Oh, I'll show you right now. You're gonna normal summon the Eaglin, go effect, chain advent to banish the toucan from hand. So, advent will banish the toucan. Then, add the Rabina to hand. Then, Eaglin will resolve to add another copy of M-Pin. So you don't have to do the add map or add vent and then do everything because you already have in hand. So it's honestly really good. Normal summon Rabina, effect, chain 1 Rabina, chain 2 toucan, add the toucan. Rabina will add the street. Now we have 4 birds in rotation. Normal summon the M-Pin. Honestly, yeah, we can do the map play because since we have toucan, we can actually just add the unexplored and then tribute off the entire field. So we're going to use effective M-Pin, chain Eaglin. M-Pin will add the map. Okay, map. Then on res, normal summon one that are used. Activate a map to reveal the toucan by banishing the, let me see here. Ooh, yeah, we could do, honestly, I think I'll banish the unexplored winds just because, like, the M-Pin, we already have Harpy Featherstorm, and we could have banished the Dreaming Town or Scary Sea, as in you'd have double of them. But since we already have Harpy Featherstorm, which is a 1-turn ender, we can just, like, add the unexplored. So even if they do something, then we can act like Harpy Featherstorm, they normal summon and set, as in on their turn, normal summon off a Dreaming Town, or if they normal summon, then tribute off the entire field. So it's really good. We revealed map, toucan with map, normal summon toucan, effect, and we'll go ahead and add the Rabina back. And then you're gonna, actually we can't even do that. Let me see. Yeah, we can do that. And then chain 1 toucan, chain 2 toucan, chain 1 Rabina. You want to do this because if you go chain 2 Rabina, chain 1 toucan, toucan doesn't have a target since 2 goes first and you add Rabina, then toucan wouldn't even have a target to add. So, but since you already have the unexplored, I guess we can go chain 1, chain 2, because since we have 2. But normally, if you only have 1 bird or 1 Flunder card in banish, you want to go chain 2 toucan. Yeah. So unexplored, add it off of toucan. Then, well, I wouldn't normal summon the street because that's That's not too helpful, and you want all the space you can get. Because this one time where I had all these big birds, and big birds, and I had one little bird, and I could just tribute on top of the big birds, but if I didn't have the little one, I could have just normal summoned one little bird as an effect to normal summon again, but tribute off them for M-Pin, chain the toucan, then you can use M-Pin to add, the scary sea, harp, dreaming time. I think the dreaming time is a lot better choice, because you can just go draw phase, harpy feather, and then during the main phase, normal summon, since you have an unexplored, and tribute the entire field. So we started with a 5 cards in hand. Now we have a plus 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly a 5 from the banish pile. So we have almost plus 5 from that hand, which is crazy. And we have Harpy Feather Storm and Dreaming and Unexplored Tribute. Yeah, so that's honestly really good. So what you're going to do is set the Harpy Feather Storm face down. And then you're going to set the Dreaming Time face down. And then you're going to set the Unexplored. Just kidding. So you're going to activate the Unexplored Winds. And then pass turn. And then during the draw phase, you can activate Harpy. Please don't do that. You're going to activate Harpy Feather Storm. And then basically, they can't even do anything other than probably set 4 and pass. But if they normal summon, map. If they don't, Dreaming, book them, and then tribute off the entire field. A little bit too good here. But just say we activate Harpy Feather Storm, right? So here's the Ryza loop that most people don't know, or either they know, but yeah. So let's say that they're about at the end of main phase 2, and they have one card and one set card. Activate Dreaming, reveal the toucan, just normal summon the toucan at the Eaglin, normal summon the Eaglin, effective Eaglin to add the Ryza, tribute, normal, chain 1, chain 2, well, just add back the Eaglin. Since there is only wins, then you can do one target on the field to the hand. You can do himself to hand, Harpy Feather Storm to the top of your deck, so that when you draw it, then you can set it and activate it again, which is really nice. And then one card on their field to the top of their deck, which is honestly really good. Really good. And then in the monster they have, you can just book them. Since Dreaming, because you summon the Ryza, when you summon the Ryza, so it actually go chain 1 Ryza, chain 2, the toucan I think, and then chain 3 the Dreaming to banish. Yeah, so this is honestly a really good hand. You have double M-Pen, Unexplored, and when you tribute summon for Ryza, you could tribute one of theirs, but since of the weird ruling about Unexplored about sending to grave instead of tributing, then technically you want tribute Ryza, and you couldn't do one target on the field to hand. So that's why I didn't use the Unexplored Winds. But what you could do is that if they normal summon again with if they just activate a field spell, and then you did Dreaming Time to pop it, and then they normal summon, then you could use map, and then do the Eaglin and the Street, normal summon the Ryza, and then you could do one of their cards, so just normal summon Rabina, add one bird, tribute for Rabina, and one of their monsters they normal summon for Ryza, and then just do that again, and then put one random card from their graveyard to the top of the deck. And then what you can do here is put Duality on the top of your deck from the grave, unless they have something in grave you don't want, if you want them to draw. But Duality could get Harpy Feather Storm. Yeah, it's a really good hand. So you could tribute the entire field, double M-Pin, and Ryza loop for the Harpy Feather Storm. Honestly, this is a really good hand. This is why I like Harpy Feather Storm a lot, and I think it's definitely main decking. If you have triple tactic thrust and you have that kind of money, I would definitely suggest putting 1 Harpy Feather Storm and 2 triple tactic thrusts. Or you could even do 3 Harpy Feather Storm and no triple tactic thrust. But I would definitely main deck 3. But I think Shifter is a little bit better because this deck loses to going second. So that's why I really like it. So I'm going second now. I top deck for 5. Oh, yes. So let's say I'm going second, right? There you go. And then during the draw phase, I'll go Shifter. But if you know what they're playing, then you could wait and then just drop the Shifter. like if I go against Altergeist, then I know when to shifter them. But if I don't know, it's always best to go straight away, so that like if they have like Lord, I don't know, but like before they set up their board, like if they go, let's say if I go against DDD, as in they like before they just summon the Baron already, then it's good to shifter first, and then so that they can't get to it. So you're gonna go and drop the shifter. If I go with something against like Kashtira, then they summon the Arise Heart and Shangri-La or Shangira. Then my turn. I probably have like all my zones locked at that point. So I hope they don't. So I think I just top decked the Apex or something. I have no clue. So with this hand, you could go double M-Pin. And you have 3 birds in rotation already and a shifter still. So you're pretty immune to some of the hand traps. Most of them. And then you can chain block for the rest. But now, gotta be really careful on how you play this. Because you do like if they do an Ash, then it's about game. Let's see. Normal summon the... yeah, I'll just normal summon the the Stree. Now I do the Stree first just cause so that they think that you don't have any engine, and then even if they negate it, you have 2 birds on field, and at least you're not taking like 3,000. You're only taking at least like what, 23? Yeah, so you're gonna normal summon Stree, effective banish the shifter, or 1 card in their grave if you want that. But since if you do like unexplored winds, then you doesn't even matter. Okay, so you can do the banish the shifter. Then you're gonna go normal summon the Eaglin. Now what they for? So yeah, he's really weird because most people stop it at Rabina, some people stop it at Eaglin. But what you really want is this: how to stop Flunder. You wanna stop the Eaglin, because they can have all the big birds as they want in their deck, but as long as they don't draw them or have them in hand, then they can't do anything. So they have like small birds on field like this. Can't special summon because I already used the effect. I don't have, even if I have a big bird like I have Apex, I can't normal summon again unless we have a couple of engine. But by then, you probably, if you go second against, if you go first against Flunder, you have a winning advantage just because they waste hand advantage for like just in case, and even if they don't draw engine like me, I drew like a double M-Pin, but if I can't like continue after you stop 1 bird, then it's about game. So we go Eaglin at M-Pin. From here I would so because if they drop it on me, like if they drop the droll like right now, then definitely go for the M-Pin anyways. And then, but if they don't drop the droll, I mean shifter, so like I'm still good now that I just noticed that. Then you can normal summon the Rabina. You want to go straight for the M-Pin because you want protection. So because if you know that they didn't stop the Eaglin, you're probably good to go for the M-Pin and the Rabina. So Stree for Rabina. Now you're gonna normal summon these 2 if you want. Either way, with M-Pin, changing 2 Rabina. Leave 1 in the banish for a toucan target. Empinada will add the. You could actually do. Ooh, yeah, you could do double M-Pin. Map to hand. Let me think about this because I was thinking like. Okay, so I'm thinking like at least 1 M-Pin and 8. So I'll get 2 spell and traps off the double M-Pin, and then tribute 1 and the small birds for Apex. That's what I'm thinking. But let me see. Then use a normal summon off an M-Pin. You can do 1 of the Rabinas because you drew 2. Activate map. Reveal the toucan. Banish the. Yeah. Definitely, I can do that. Banish the M-Pin. Then you can normal summon toucan. Add normal summon. Now that I'm thinking, yeah, I can do I'll do the Rabina and the Stree because you always want to wind on field just in case. M-Pen will add the Dreaming if you want. If I'm going against Cash, definitely the Scary Sea because it's can't summon Fenrir or they can't XC summon. Yeah. And now what you can do is you want to normal summon off the M-Pen and the Toucan for Apex. It's got banished because of D-Shifter. So this is really nice because it's not like it's any better if you have double M-Pen because only one of them really matters. And since you have the Toucan in the cycle or in rotation, then you can just pick up the M-Pen. Pick up the M-Pen, and depending on what you draw, you can do a lot of things with Rabina, Eaglin, and it's already Apex, so negate whatever they have. As in now, if they have like a really strong monster like this Pater or this Pati, then M-Pen ability, you can just banish like the Eaglin and then half the attack beat them. Or if they try like Baron or something, Apex, and then summon it again off of Dreaming and then again off a map. So 3 negates and no link summon monsters or any special summon monsters in attack. Because some people special summon monsters in attack not knowing like what you're going against. So it's really good to like do that. And you have M-Pen, you can get off Toucan, Stree, and Rabina, and Eaglin. All 4 birds in rotation. You top deck after the end of the turn Prosperity. Probably at the Harpy Featherstorm if you draw one. Rise of them too. Prosperity, let's say the end of the turn. Probably at the Perfection just to be safe. Yeah. So it's probably a really good hand too. You get double M-Pen searches and an Apex. So you can do Apex 3 times possibly off the Dreaming and map and since already on field. So that's really good. So even if you don't have Harpy Featherstorm, Apex is basically just like it because it can negate 3 things. So unless they have that much engine in hand, then I'm not too sure, like, because we have Dreaming Sound to book them too, and they can't even link summon. But if they do link summon or try to, they M-Pen, they will negate. If they actually summon in defense, then they can't beat over M-Pen. And if they have like some Dark Hold, then Apex can negate. Really good hand. So now that's basically the end of the video, and I really like this deck, especially for the format and all the definitely Harpy Featherstorm. I really hope it doesn't get hit on the ban list, even at 1, because I can't search it out. I don't even have triple tactic thrust, so I really hope it don't get on the ban list, especially if it's banded. They already hit barrier, and in the OCG they banned they limited the M-Pen, so I really hope they don't. But I hope you guys really like this deck. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a good day.